What's good, Raider Nation? It's your boy G_Money Raiders, aka Galen, coming to you with another edition of My Take. I know it's been a while since I did a video, but you know me, you know how I do it. I like to kind of like let free agency start itself and go from there, and then turn around and then wait till the draft kicks in, because then you'll know like how the Raiders are going to draft and who they're going to pick up and who they're going to sign as far as free agents, and then who they're going to pick up in the draft. So now we already know the free agents, who they picked up. So in the free agency, you notice that they went defense, which is great to me. I really, like the fact that they went defense first in this, because with Kansas City winning the Super Bowl this past season, it's very, very relevant now that we make a conscious effort to stay with the Chiefs and have to beat the Chiefs for the division title. So that's the key thing going forward for the Las Vegas Raiders. So I see they in the free agencies, they picked up two key linebackers to me that was really, really important. They picked up Nick Kwiatkowski, I think that's how you say his name, and of course Corey Littleton. That was really, really good to me, because now you have two linebackers to me, so you don't have to use a safety or anybody to tackle or take care of Kelce. Kelce and pretty much any tight ends in our division has always killed us. So it's just good to know that we got linebackers now that can cover tight ends. It doesn't matter. So that was good. I liked us picking up Demarius Randall. I know we went after cornerback. What's his name? I don't know. It's missing me right now, but it'll come to me in a minute. No, we went to pick up a cornerback in the free agency, but it didn't happen. So with that being said, we ended up not signing the quarterback to go in, turn around and get Demarius Randall, which I think is key, because you can put Demarius in two situations, meaning safety is where I want him to be next to John Abrams. I really want Abrams and Randall to be our safeties. With Abrams being the strong safety down in the box area to help for the run. And, Demarius Randall can, he has the cover corner skills for safety. I know a lot of people was like, he got beat a lot at corner, but if you really go back and look at his film at being a corner, when he came out in his rookie year, he was a rookie, 1 and 2. By now he's adjusted to where he is. I get it. Charles Woodson started off as a corner, but we all know Demarius is not Charles Woodson, but I'm just saying. Then we ended up picking up Maliek Collins. Now, I think that's the key right there, because for me, our defensive tackles are not getting the penetration up the middle as we thought they would. Mo Hurst, PJ aren't like really getting there. Now, Hurst, yeah, but PJ, for him to be as strong, for his lower body to be as strong as he is, I mean, he does get double teamed a lot. So a lot of people aren't really talking about that. But considering you can have a good rotation throughout the season with those tackles. So picking up Maliek Collins to me was very, 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 very good pickup to me. So you can pair him with Hurst, or you could pair him with PJ, and shoot, you can kind of do what you need to do as far as those guys go. So we also got Carl Nassib, whatever how you say his name, as a defensive end rotational player. We all know that Arden Key has, pretty much been, I'm not going to say a bust, but not really in the season, giving us a full season so far. So you really can't rely on him. I understand that he was sort of kind of getting there this past season. with Brentson Buckner being there and kind of putting the pressure on him. But, you know, Nassib is more the give Max Crosby and Clelin Ferrell that kind of rest that they may need. So during the season, you know, if you go on that long stretch, you got a rotation in there that can kind of help those guys out. Then we picked up Jeff Heath, safety. So that's a good safety to pick up. He's got pretty good range and he can hit. I've seen some of his highlights and what he can do, and he can hit. So that, to me, was very, very good on the defensive side of the ball to pick up those guys, you know, coming in. So offensively, we know we picked up Marcus Mariota, which is good because it's good to give Carr that person who can come in and beat him out just in case he don't get things right. Or, hey, you can use Marcus the same way the Saints use their quarterback that they have in certain plays. We also, now, a lot of this next one I want to talk about, everybody kind of was Nelson Agholor. Now, to me, Nelson Agholor was the decent wide receiver. I'm not saying he was the best. I'm just saying decent. But he can give Hunter Renfrow, you know, if Gruden wants to do a 4 or 5 wide receiver, you know, formation, he can do it because Agholor is going to give you that that receiver that can go underneath and maybe take it 4 or 5, 6 yards. You know what I'm saying? Easy. Maybe to the house, just depends. But at least he'll be able to keep the chains rolling. So we also picked up Jason Witten. Now, to me, everybody was mad about that, but me, I'm very happy about that pickup. And the reason I'm happy about that pickup is because the fact of the matter of it is, looking back, I watched every game last season. And in the red zone, the Raiders really, really sucked, especially when Josh Jacobs wasn't in there. We really sucked. And I understand everybody had, you know, looks at the Jason Witten signing saying, why would you do that? But Darren Waller only had 3 touchdowns all season. You know, they didn't really use him in the red zone to me, with him being 6'6". So you bring a Jason Witten in, yeah, they say use him for leadership. That's great. But to me, he will kill everybody in the red zone and will make our red zone offense be even better, where we don't always have to rely on Josh Jacobs. Just, you know, so we also went and got an offensive lineman, Eric Kush, and then we end up picking up another tight end, Nick O'Leary. So the free agency to me went very, very well. So which then comes to, as of yesterday, since the first round came, and we picked up our 2 picks. So we ended up picking up Henry Ruggs in our first round at number 12 and Damon Arnett in number 19. So everybody was saying we're reaching on Damon Arnett with the cornerback. But right now, to me, we need a cornerback that's going to come in and tackle. The biggest problem we've had was Worley wasn't tackling right. Nick Nelson is a little handsy. Nixon is a little handsy. We don't know what Isaiah Johnson brings, even though Isaiah Johnson has a lot of nice size to him, which is great to me, but you need more than that, than just size. We need to see him this season to see what he can give us. So we got plenty of depth so far. I believe that they should still go out and get another cornerback, just in case, as well. But the big one was everybody was on Ruggs. And, you know, everybody thought CeeDee Lamb was going to be the guy that the Raiders pick up. And for me, I watched my boy Sanjeet do his films, and Simone Raider do his film. Shout out to those guys. And I always watch my boy Watt Raider. You know, I watch those guys to see what they think and who they feel is the best out there, you know, as far as what they think and feel. But I always felt that the Raiders needed speed because the Raiders don't have speed. That was the purpose of them bringing in Antonio Brown, was to give them a little speed on the outside. So signing Henry Ruggs, you look at his highlights. Yeah, I know he didn't catch a lot, 47 balls for 700 something yards this past season. And they didn't really, Alabama didn't really go as far as they normally do or would. But the part what I like about Henry Ruggs is he can catch that 5-yard slant and take it to the house. You can throw a bubble screen to him and he could take it. I mean, you could do a lot of things to make defenses now have to, watch out for him because they know he can take the top off of them. So, I understand everybody wanted CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb, basically, to me, I'm not taking nothing away from CeeDee Lamb, but CeeDee Lamb to me is Tyrell Williams. A guy that's going to move the chain. Well, Tyrell is your chain mover. You need that, but you need somebody that's going to, really make a defensive coordinator say, hey, we got this guy, and this guy can come in and, really take the top off of us, and we need to watch out for him. So we all know that we still got, the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th rounds to go to pick up another receiver. So that's what we got going. So I just wanted to come back in and make a video on that. So I'll do another video after the rest of these picks come in. So it'll be after the draft is all over when I'll do another video to go over everybody we picked up all the way through. All right, Raider Nation, it's your boy G_Money Raiders, aka Galen, signing off. Don't forget to hit those like buttons for me. Subscribe, hit that bell button so you know when I do another video, because I will be doing another one. Coming in and giving you my take of what I feel about our now Las Vegas Raiders. Peace out, y'all.